Hi guys, welcome to another video, and this one is a bit of a sweet game for me. We're on the PS2 again, and this is one of my all-time favourite games reimagined, and here it is, Space Harrier. It's part of the Sega Ages collection. You can get, this is the Japanese version of the game, you can get the European game. Sega did like a bundle for the European release, so they put 4 or 5 games on like one DVD. This was Sega's attempt. Sega Ages 2500 is basically cheap reimagined Sega games, and they were 2,500 yen basically. So this particular game is kind of interesting to me. It's got, if anyone's ever played Planet Harriers, then they'll have a feeling about what this game's all about. Harry has been goofed about with a little bit if you look at the top right, and there's a kind of strange hybrid of 2D, 3D going on there, but I like it. It's alright, but you know. So here we go, guys. So this is Space Harrier reimagined for the PS2 generation. You can use the analog stick, or you can use the D-pad, obviously. The attack patterns are very similar, and the stages are named the same. Although it's got the Planet Harriers kind of feel to it. There's power-ups there, and it's a bit floaty, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm not really concentrating on it, guys, to be honest with you. I'm looking at the camera because it looks a bit dark, doesn't it? But you can lock on as well, a la Panzer Dragoon, although I don't do that. You can fire off your bombs as well with the shoulder button. That blows up everything on screen. It's just a bit floaty and kind of missing something, if that makes any sense. It's alright though, it's not bad. The music's pretty cool, and graphically it's alright, it'll do. It's one of those games where you think to yourself, if they'd have spent a bit of time on it, do you know what I mean? Like a bit, well, obviously they spent time on it, but if they'd have, I don't know, if they'd have said to themselves, if they'd have set the store out to make a really good Space Harrier game, then they could have made it so much more. The whole premise of this was to sell the games cheap, I think, because obviously Sega Ages 2500, I mean, obviously it's cheap games basically, it's like budget games. It's a bit of a tragedy because it's really well made, it's really well presented and stuff, but I think it was all done on a bit of a shoestring. It was all done just to bang the games out. There's some quirks in it that just make the game like silly easy. And I'd say you can do that, and that pretty much writes off the baddies for that. Like, so like if you get the idea is if you get real stuck, you can fire off one of them. Pull them up. But, you know, I don't know. Let's go back to the title screen. Yeah, go back. Because it's a bit dark. Let's give it another crack. I'll just give it another quick go. Yeah, it's a bit dark, isn't it? I'll sort that out. As I'm looking at it, it's a bit dark, but I'll sort it out so when you guys look at it, it'll be a bit better. But yeah, basically, it's alright. I can't explain it. It's Space Harrier alright, but it's just, you know what I mean? I can go back to the original, no problems. I can just play the original and just not even be bothered. With this, I can dismiss it easily. I can just throw it away without. I can come back to it and go, wow, that's pretty, you know, it's kind of interesting. But it's just, you know, it's all right though. It'll do. Do you know what I mean? It'll do. But I'm going to call it a video, guys, because quite frankly, it's interesting what Sega did. I appreciate what they did because they released a load of games, classics, Sega classics, as you would say, really, and it's pretty inspiring to be able to release those games as a bit of a collection, and you know, but it feels like they were done on the cheap. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks good. I mean, I don't know, you tell me guys what you think. It looks good, but it's supposed to look good, isn't it? Because it's bloody Space Invader. It's Space Invader. It's bloody Space Harrier, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's PS2. It's supposed to look good. Do you get what I mean? Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys, because I'd be interested to know what your thoughts and feelings are on this, because to me this really is a bit of a bittersweet kind of thing. Great to see something like this out there, but kind of disappointing because they could have maybe done something more with it, maybe put a bit more production into it, and possibly made something that could have potentially been a full price game. But let me know. See you in a bit, guys. Have a good one.